The United Kingdom is famous for its beautiful landscapes, rich history, and its constant, unrelenting drizzle. Unlike heavy storms, which arrive quickly and leave, the UK's drizzle lingers for hours without stopping. This type of rain falls lightly, with tiny droplets soaking everything without creating sudden, dramatic downpours. Instead of roaring thunder or intense winds, drizzle creeps over the land, soft and almost unnoticeable. It's a gentle rain, yet its persistence makes it a defining feature of the UK's climate. But why does this country experience so much drizzle, unlike many other regions across the world? The answer lies in a mix of geography, atmospheric conditions, and oceanic influences shaping the UK's weather. Located between different air masses, the UK constantly faces shifting weather patterns that promote light rainfall. Warm, moist air from the Atlantic meets cooler air from the north, creating endless cloud cover. This collision of air masses forms the perfect conditions for drizzle to develop and persist. Unlike places with intense thunderstorms, the UK experiences constant cloud layers producing fine, misty rainfall. These low-hanging clouds, known as stratus and stratocumulus, stretch across the sky like a grey blanket. They do not contain strong updrafts, preventing the formation of large raindrops seen in heavier showers. Instead, they produce microscopic droplets, too small to form proper rain but heavy enough to fall. Each drizzle droplet measures less than half a millimeter, drifting slowly toward the ground over time. Because these droplets are so tiny, they remain suspended in the air, creating a misty effect. This is why drizzle often feels more like walking through fog than being caught in rain. Unlike tropical downpours, which release their moisture quickly, drizzle continues for long periods without change. The clouds responsible for this rain type move slowly, keeping the skies covered for extended durations. These systems lack the turbulence needed to clear moisture away, leading to long-lasting, steady precipitation. Because of its geographic position, the UK receives moisture directly from the surrounding Atlantic Ocean. The ocean constantly feeds humidity into the air, ensuring the atmosphere remains damp throughout the year. The Gulf Stream, a warm ocean current, plays a major role in maintaining the UK's wet climate. It carries warm, moist air from tropical waters, bringing high humidity levels to British shores. This warm, moisture-rich air interacts with colder air from the Arctic, intensifying cloud formation. As the air cools, the moisture condenses into fine water droplets, forming the characteristic drizzle. Another key factor is the UK's varied terrain, which enhances cloud formation and precipitation. As air is forced to rise over hills and mountains, it cools and condenses into clouds. This is why areas like Scotland, Wales, and the Lake District experience frequent drizzle year-round. The western parts of the UK receive the most drizzle due to their exposure to Atlantic moisture. When moist air moves inland, it slows down, causing extended periods of persistent misty rain. Even in summer, when many places experience dry weather, the UK often remains damp and cloudy. Drizzle can fall for an entire day, making everything damp while rarely forming significant puddles. The lack of intense evaporation means moisture lingers in the air, sustaining prolonged periods of mist. While drizzle may seem harmless, its persistence affects daily life, influencing fashion, culture, and architecture. Buildings in the UK are designed to withstand moisture, using materials resistant to constant dampness. Clothing choices reflect the weather, with waterproof jackets and umbrellas being everyday essentials. Even language has adapted, with many different words used to describe various types of rain. Drizzle does not force people indoors, but it keeps the streets slick and the air heavy. Because it rarely stops entirely, people simply adjust and carry on with their daily activities. This misty rain is not about the amount of water it delivers, but about its unending nature. Some places receive far more rain in volume, but the UK's drizzle wins in consistency. Unlike tropical storms that arrive with intensity, drizzle sneaks in quietly and refuses to leave. Some regions see over 200 days of measurable precipitation each year, most of it as drizzle. This rain type keeps the landscapes lush, the fields green, and the rivers constantly flowing. It maintains the UK's natural beauty, ensuring a steady supply of moisture for plant life. Because of its gentle nature, drizzle rarely causes flooding, but creates persistently damp conditions. The sensation of always being slightly wet is something many in the UK are familiar with. Moisture clings to surfaces, seeps into fabrics, and lingers in the air for hours. Despite its mild intensity, drizzle can make a day feel colder, heavier, and endlessly grey. This weather phenomenon does not create chaos, yet it defines the entire atmosphere of the UK. Its persistence is what makes it so unique, shaping both the environment and everyday experiences. Unlike stormy rain, which comes and goes, drizzle stays, blending into the background of life. It is neither dramatic nor severe, but its presence is constant, a quiet companion to daily routines. The reason drizzle often lasts so long is the stability of the systems that create it. Unlike fast-moving weather fronts, drizzle-producing clouds remain locked in place for extended periods. Without strong winds to break them apart, they continue releasing moisture slowly over time. This is why even when the rain seems to stop, the air remains thick with mist. For those who love sunny skies, drizzle can feel like an endless cycle of damp greyness. Yet for others, it carries a quiet charm, a soft reminder of the UK's timeless atmosphere. There is something comforting about the steady rhythm of light rain tapping against windows. It creates a peaceful backdrop to life, a sound that blends seamlessly with British culture. Drizzle may not be dramatic, but it is deeply woven into the UK's identity and character. It is the type of rain that requires no warning, but is expected almost every morning. Unlike hurricanes, monsoons, or blizzards, drizzle does not demand attention. It simply exists. It is a rain that does not make headlines, but still leaves everything soaked by day's end. It is neither aggressive nor loud, but its impact on the country's climate is undeniable. In many ways, it is more than just a weather pattern. It is a way of life. Drizzle will continue to define the UK's climate as long as ocean currents fuel its formation. As long as Atlantic moisture flows inland, as long as air masses continue to clash, drizzle will return. It is not a question of if the drizzle will come, but only of when it will appear. Because in the United Kingdom, rain is not simply a passing event, it is a constant presence. It does not arrive in waves of destruction, but it also never truly disappears. The sky may briefly clear, the sun may shine for a while, but the drizzle always finds its way back. It is the soft, endless mist that blankets the land, the quiet rainfall that never truly ends. It is the ever-present drizzle of the United Kingdom, a defining feature of life beneath its grey sky.